Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita and welcome. And in today's video, we are going to get into transitioning fragrances. If you are anything like me, fall and winter is like chef's kiss, okay? So I really do have to kind of ease myself into all of the super fun and flirty and fruity floral things that, you know, we think of when we think spring fragrances. So these do have more of a fruity vibe, maybe a little bit more floral, but they all still have enough substantial wearing presence where if it's cold outside on this particular day of the year, these will still come through and they'll cut through the cold. However, they're not going to be too heavy, so as it does warm up throughout the day, you're good, okay? They're not gonna be too thick or heavy or cloying or anything like that. So these are literally the perfect fragrances to bring out when we're kind of like in that in-between weather. I know in Georgia, it's like 35 degrees, 40 degrees when you wake up, and then by lunchtime it's 66, so yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. All right, you guys, so first up on this list is one that was just kind of a love at first sniff for me. This is going to be from the Experimental Perfume Club. I received this directly from the brand, and going through their sample set, they have so many good ones, you guys, but this one particularly stood out, and so I requested the full bottles. The fragrance FLEUR D'AMBRE is really going to be yellow floral mixed with a little bit of white. It's got some jasmine sandback, but it's more so your frangipane scent. You do get this tropical flair from maybe like this very creamy coconut, but this is so heavy on the amber presence, you know, to my nose. You also have heavier notes like your labdanum and your myrrh that come in and really give it some weight and some presence, and I love it. You have notes of jasmine sandback, frangipane, osmanthus, coconut, amber, vanilla, frankincense, iris, myrrh, labdanum, ambrette, ambroxan, and patchouli. That really makes it perfect for this time of year. So this is going to cut through the cold. This is also going to put you in the mindset of something, you know, spring break ready. All right, so this one is quite classy, and this one I find is going to be versatile. You can wear this to work, you can wear this on a date night, just about anywhere. If you're in the mood for something that is sweet, like tonic, and that has that floral presence, this is definitely one you need to check out. This one again is FLEUR D'AMBRE by the Experimental Perfume Club. And don't forget, you can always save 10% when you purchase from the brand direct. Information on that will be in the description box as always. All right, so this next one, you guys, let me tell you, I just decluttered the flanker, and the very same day that I decluttered the flanker, the OG arrived. This is Mula Mula by the House of Byron Parfums, and this is their limited edition Art Nouveau bottle, and I love it. Oh, I love it. It is so pretty, you guys. So Mula Mula is going to be a very fruity caramel scent, with a little bit of a leathery touch from, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's a labdanum note in here. So this one is often compared to La Capitale, and they definitely bear some similarities, but I enjoy this one more. I feel like this one is just a hair lighter wearing. It's just a little bit less of the leathery presence, and the caramel comes through even more on my skin. Y'all, I get more caramel in this one than I did the Mula Mula double caramel. I don't understand why. Just like, listen, make it make sense. I don't know. That's just how it was wearing on my skin. So this is my love. This is the one I absolutely enjoy. And though this does have, you know, that leathery vibe, very slight, it's got a lot of fruity notes, okay, that is going to make it perfect for springtime. If you want something maybe just a little bit more sweet, gourmandish, this is it. This is perfect, and this has got some sexiness to it because of that leathery vibe, and it's just a really good fragrance, you guys. So Mula Mula features top notes of caramel, peach, strawberry, and raspberry. You have middle notes of labdanum, ginger, pink pepper, rounded off by base notes of vanilla, musk, oud, and patchouli. Now this, you are not going to get a lot of oud like at all. So if that's something that you're kind of, you know, afraid of, fear not. Okay, fear not. You do get a little bit of the patchouli, but it's very tolerable to me on my skin, my nose, because that is definitely a deal-breaking note in perfumery for me. So very, you know, very well balanced, very sweet, it's sexy and perfect for this time of year. Now the wear on this is not going to be as long as La Capitale. It's not going to project as much. I think I want to keep both, and I want to maybe layer them. Maybe start with my La Capitale on the bottom to give it, you know, that lasting power, and then just cover myself in this scent. I love this one. Again, this one is Mula Mula from the House of Byron Parfums. Next up is one that I have not worn in a while, but it is time to bring her out. This one can really be worn all year, yes, but there's just something about the vibrancy of this fragrance coupled with the very, very beautiful ambery depth of it that just makes it perfect transition fragrance. This is Patiala. This is from the house of Tamine. Tamine had me in a chokehold lately, you guys. Added a new one to my collection. I'm just really, really, really loving all of my Tamine fragrances that I have, okay? So Patiala is one you're gonna have to try, because what I get from here, sometimes it comes off a little soapy. Sometimes it's giving me like this Baccarat Rouge vibe with a rose. So think soapy Baccarat Rouge rose. I know it sounds very confusing. It sounds like a lot, but that is really what I get from this. Also, I love layering it with Baccarat Rouge. And when I tell you the compliment factor on that layering combo is obscene, like it is out of this world. It will get you accosted. I have been stopped in the middle of Publix. This lady was so loud. She was so blown away by my fragrance, and it was that layering combo. However, you don't even have to layer this with anything. This one is so ambery, it's sweet, it's rich, and it wears beautifully. It projects. I remember I wore this one day. I was the only one in this particular like space at the time, and this lady entered the door, had to be a good 45 feet from the door is where I was sitting. This lady walked in. As soon as she crossed over the threshold, she was just like, "You smell good. Is that you? Like, it smells good in here," was her first thing. And then she looked at me, she was like, "Is that your fragrance? Like, is that you?" Yes, it's me. But it's just a really beautifully wearing scent. If you are sick of Baccarat Rouge, like for the most part, you want to enjoy the scent, but you want a little variation on it to where people don't smell this and go, "Oh, it's Baccarat Rouge again." Well, this is it, okay? You do get that very beautiful ambery presence like your sweet Baccarat Rouge, but it is coupled with some other floral components that really do make it different, okay? So, just a favorite. Like, you can see, like, the dent is denting, okay? And I think this one would be a repurchase when it's done. So, Patiala by Tamine, you need it, all right? And you can always get from Twisted Lily at 10% off. Check the description box for details. Okay, so next up is going to be, I'm not gonna say an oldie, but it's definitely a goodie, okay? It's not nothing new, but this is the perfect time to pull out the girl ATTRAPE Rev. If you have it, if you don't have it, you need to get your nose on it, okay? This is the only one remaining in my collection from Louis Vuitton, and this is just the most beautiful, hear me now, hear me, the most beautiful rose, lychee, patchouli, cacao scent. Yes, there's a prominent patchouli in here, but it is done so beautifully. It doesn't wear dirty, heavy, scratchy, none of that. It comes off as effervescent. It comes off as sparkling. This is so bright, but it's very sweet. It's invigorating. It's sensual, okay? And this is a head turner. This is maybe a rose for the non-rose lover, okay? Because there's enough of all this other stuff going on in this fragrance where you're not going to be bombarded with, "Oh, it's rose," okay? It's not mature at all, not to me. This is like an it girl scent. That is what I think of when I think of ATTRAPE Rev. Clearly the love is real, the dent is there. My daughter also loves this fragrance, and this is just going to start getting lots of wears in this spring because it's a love. It's a love, and I highly recommend this one if you're looking for something, like I said, sweet, you know, invigorating, but that's got a sexy side. All right, that's what the patchouli will do for you, and it does it here. All right, so this one again, ATTRAPE Rev by Louis Vuitton. Next up is going to be one that blows the head off, okay? This one turns the heads, it captivates men, and there are pheromones in here, so they say. but I don't think they're capping, not at all. This is Jump Up and Kiss Me by Clive Christian, and this is the ECSTATIC version. They have a hedonistic and a ecstatic. The ecstatic is more feminine leaning fragrance. I smelled the male version and it's good. It's good and sexy, but this has amazing performance. This is a beast mode, okay? Very, very pricey, but you can get it discounted. You can save 20% off this one if you do shop soavantgarde.com, and you can also find this at discounters. So I will have, you know, everything linked in the description box, of course, but this is one that I just feel like is just, it's worth it, okay? It is worth the coins, very pricey, but worth the coins, because you're going to smell so feminine and so sexy at the same time, okay? So this is definitely your tuberose yellow floral scent. It is a tuberose, okay, but it's bubblegummy, so very tolerable. Don't think animalic tuberose, don't think green tuberose, don't think super heady sharp white floral. This is your bubblegummy tuberose, okay? Very, very easy to wear, in my opinion, because I do love tuberose, but it's just, it depends on what it's coupled with. It depends on the type of tuberose, but this one is, okay, it's very easy to wear and pull off, in my opinion. But it is coupled with the most gorgeous, creamy, substantial, like, thick wearing ylang ylang. And it also, adding to the very, very overwhelming presence of this scent, is very sweet, you guys. Boatloads of vanilla. And it also has a very beautifully done pink pepper. The pink pepper, it is what gives it such a sexy vibe. And y'all, the reaction from the opposite sex on the streets, from perfect strangers, from people I know, it's just like, someone smelled this on me and they just stopped mid-sentence and they just completely diverted the conversation to what the hell do I have on, because it smells so phenomenal. It really does, okay? If there are any lovers of this fragrance out here, drop a line in the comments, let your girls know. This is when they need to get the nose on. If you have a date night, if you have an exotic vacation to go to, if you have just work, you can wear this to work. Light on the trigger, but I feel like this is just such a beautiful floral fragrance with lots of sweetness and spiciness, and it is a 10 out of 10 tuberose scent for me. She is wearing the crown of tuberose and she already came dressed and ready to go, okay? So this one again is Jump Up and Kiss Me, the ECSTATIC version, and this is from Clive Christian. Next up is going to be a pricey one, but if you are into, how can I describe this? Fresh patchouli. I can't believe how many times I've mentioned patchouli today, you guys. Who am I? Where am I? What have you done with Sharita? Woody, slightly sweet, pure distance white is the one for you, okay? This is so classy. This is so, like, it's almost like what I described, but just, you can just throw in a touch of like royalty. That is what I get when I smell this fragrance. It is so sophisticated and beautiful, and there is such a very beautiful, clean elegance about it. So this is very powdery and sandalwood dominant, and the powderiness is going to be from Orris. So if you're an Orris lover, like if you really do vibe with that particular note, then this is definitely one I highly recommend you check out. It is balanced with lots of musk, beautifully done, very clean. You've got a little touch of rose in there, which does come through. And then it's balanced with a very warm tonka bean. It opens with some bergamot, and then you also have a very like substantial but very well blended, well done patchouli in the base with some vetiver. So really, even though this has got a feminine air about it and presence, a man could put this on and just smell like heaven, like white, yes, heaven, okay? So this is for the girl who loves a cleaner wearing scent but also enjoys something with a lot of depth, some woodiness, and you know, just the perfect powdery scent that you can wear all year, but that is going to still cut through cold weather. It's not overly fresh, overly clean, but just perfectly balanced with that, you know, that woody nuance. Beautiful powdery fragrance. This one again is from the house of Pure Distance, and this is White number 6. Next up is going to be a gourmand. I know a lot of people are leaving their gourmands behind. However, you don't have to. You don't have to leave them behind. You can get you a fresher wearing gourmand that still gives you all the sweet goodness, but doesn't completely kill you as the weather, you know, starts to heat up and the sun comes out. This is Frangipane Pistachio, and this is from the house of Kais, who just kills it when it comes to the gourmand game. Okay, so if you've never smelled anything from the house, start dipping your toe in there, because they have some true bangers, and these are priced under like $90 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean it's definitely on the more affordable side of, you know, indie or niche, and I have really found some true gems in this house. So this one features lots of good nuttiness, you guys. Lots of vanilla, but lots of pistachio. It is coupled with some almonds. However, that almond and heliotrope does not overtake the pistachio, which can definitely happen in a lot of these pistachio fragrances. I feel like the pistachio really is this star. Pistachio, vanilla, they're like, okay, like this. So if you enjoy those two notes, this is one you definitely need to get your nose on. The heliotrope does give it like this beautiful powdery quality that adds a little freshness, and it is balanced with a gorgeous sandalwood and lots of whipped cream. So when I tell you you're going to smell like a beautiful almond pistachio dessert, you really will embody that with this particular fragrance. So if you're looking for a gourmand that you can, you know, wear on out for the spring season, then this is definitely one I recommend you check out. Again, that heliotrope really does make it so wearable, you know, for this time of year, and this is one I absolutely enjoy and can't wait to get more wears out of. And this one was actually purchased off of the recommendation from Chris at the Perfume Nest. Hey Chris, if you're watching, couple years she has been going on about this fragrance, and I've just always been like, oh my god, I need this. Ooh, I finally just blind bought it. I finally just bought it, and it is absolutely a love, and the way she described it perfectly, like it's perfect, you guys. Almond pistachio goodness, okay, dessert in a bottle. Again, this one is Frangipane Pistachio, and this is from the house of Kais Perfumes. All right, so the last one on this list, you guys, is from the house of Grave. Look at this emerald cut diamond bottle, you guys. I wish it was a real diamond, but from the house of Grave. If you don't know, Grave is this would be considered a designer, because Grave makes very pricey, you know, jewelry. Okay, real diamonds, real, all the dripping jewels is what they specialize in, but they also have a line of fragrances, you know, and that is how we can explain this gorgeous bottle. Very luxe scent. So this is going to be your gorgeous powdery purple floral leathery nuanced feminine fragrance. LESEDI RONA 3 features a beautiful rose. Okay, so you have this spiciness from the ginger, you've got the saffron like I mentioned, but the rose and the violet, they really do share the spotlight. So if you love both of those, and I feel like you do have to love both to jive with this, you're going to love this. The leathery nuance from here comes through from a labdanum note, so it's not going to be full-on leather jacket, but you definitely get this very sexy leathery vibe from it. It's balanced with a little touch of patchouli, a little earthy patchouli, but not heavy patchouli, so it doesn't cause me any issues, and some vanilla. So this is very sexy, very sophisticated girl who loves to smell good. I would say maybe quiet luxury kind of gal. You know, she's got the dollar signs on, but it's not screaming at you. You don't even know. You don't even know. And though this fragrance has those really substantial, maybe sometimes could be perceived as loud notes, it really is like softer wearing, very feminine. And it's going to give you a beautiful scent bubble. It's not going to be a loud projector. Again, quiet luxury. That is what this really is, truly. And I enjoy this one so much. And this is one that you can wear at the time of year where you want to do a rose and saffron, but you don't want anything too heavy, especially as it starts to heat up. So this is perfect for that. This one again is from the house of Grave, and this is LESEDI RONA 3. All right, you guys, so that is our video for today. I hope you did enjoy spending a little bit of time with me discussing some fragrances that will get you transitioned slowly but surely into spring. You guys drop me a comment below and let me know some of your favorite transitional fragrances. Again, I hate that we are leaving fall and winter behind, but hey, spring is the time of new beginnings. We're blooming, we're blossoming, and we're smelling good nonetheless. So go ahead and drop me a comment. Let me know some of those fragrances that you're pulling out this time of year. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Be sure notification bell is turned on and set to all, because I will be uploading a lot more often throughout the week in addition to the weekends. And you guys, that is it. I love you all. Be sure to give the video a big thumbs up, and I will catch you guys on the next one.